Hey all, Tom Moran here from Tom's Big Spiders, about to do a rehousing with some husbandry notes on the H. diva matha. I actually included this one in my Tarantulas Are Beautiful video, and although I've covered it in the past, back when it was called T. Psycho, I've had a lot of folks after that video ask for any care tips on them. So we're going to go ahead and do a little rehousing. I cut the middle of it out. Usually I let my rehousings run, but there was literally about 7 minutes of just me digging over and over and over again in the middle of it that did not make for compelling TV in any way, shape, or form. So we kind of trimmed that out. Also, on the end of the video, we'll come back and I will talk a little bit about the t-shirt thing we got going on, because I've had some people ask what's going on with that. So if you're not into the t-shirt stuff, watch the spider, enjoy the spider. I'll flash up a beautiful picture of it at the end, and then you can feel free to just sign off. For those of you who are, hang on to the ending. So enough of me talking. Let's get into the actual video. Okay, we're about to attempt to rehouse my H. diva matha, or the, what is it, polychromatic earth tiger or something. I forget what the name was. It used to be the LSD tarantula or something like that, but they changed it. That was when it was T. Psycho. What I have here is it's in one of the cylinder enclosures. I've already taken out the cork bark, because when we started, I hope it's looking about 4.5 inches now. And I've heard the females, my buddy Brad was telling me the females are actually rather small when they're mature. So what we're going to put her into is one of these here, which is 12 by 8 by 8. I believe it's something Reptizoo, I want to say. But I like these because they give you more space to put the substrate, deep substrate in. These are, from what my experience, burrowers. And what they usually do is create these little dirt turrets out of the top. I'm hopefully going to get that out of her here. And what I've done is made a starter burrow in here that I hope what she'll do is go right down the side, create a burrow, so I'll be able to see her at all times. But I'm really hoping for one of those turrets, which is why I left a little space up here on the top. This is set up as a bioactive, so what I have in here is leaf litter, some sphagnum moss, the BioDude substrate, and a peperomia species plant, which I've had mixed results with the peperomia, so we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully it does well and flourishes and gives this one a little flair. But the problem with the cylinder containers is that they roll. So what I have here is 2 chunks of clay that I stole from my son, who's going to kill me. But hopefully these will keep it from rolling. Now, this is one of the fastest tarantulas I have. I've seen this thing move so quickly to hunt, and it's become rather bold. This has put on some size. It used to be whenever I even touched the enclosure, it would shoot right back down its turret. But what it's been doing now is I open the enclosure and it comes right up top and waits for food. So it's been startled back into the den, unfortunately, which goes all the way down here. So what we're going to try to do is carefully dig her out. Last time she acted, she basically played dead at one point. So I'm kind of hoping she does that now, because I really don't want to deal with an angry spider. So what we're going to do is try to loosen this up. Have this ready to go. And I know right now I can see her. She's there. So I'm being careful to go around and get the substrate around her. Hopefully I'll be able to keep an eye on that back foot. She's still there. Yep. There she goes. She's moving. Oh, this could be... Oh, come on. If she'd just come out on her own, this would be amazing. And I'm sweating. And I'll tell you, it's because it's hot here, but it's not. It's because this one's kind of making me sweat a bit. This is one of the ones I allude to when people tell me they have good reflexes and that they wouldn't worry about getting bit, because they'd be able to dodge the bite. And I'll tell you, the last one, this one shot out and grabbed a prey at him. She had shot across the cage, grabbed the cricket, and gone back in the cage, and then I flinched. Get this thing disconnected. Just dump it out in the dirt and get her from there. There she is.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Now we got to get the cardboard in here. I'll get my fingers near those holes. All right. So I think that was about 15 minutes total. And again, the trick with the burrowing species is to take your time. Usually I've found you can keep them from getting defensive. What they'll do is kind of hunker down in the lower depths of their burrows and try to hide from you. This one, the last time we rehoused her, basically played dead. We took her out. We were freaking out because we took her out, put her down on the substrate, and she wasn't moving at all. And I was like, uh-oh. And then she came to life very quickly after that. So hopefully we'll be able to get a shot of her once I put her in the new enclosure. I'm going to try to get some of this extra dirt out of here. Oh, that means she's on the dirt. Oop. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. I think those work really well for the Fossorial species, but they're hard to get things out of because they roll. I got for the arboreals, they're not as bad. I poke a couple pokies, or one pokey in that, and I gotta see how it's gonna work out for that. Here we go. Alright, so hopefully what she's going to do, and I'll clean it out a little bit more, is there's a starter burrow in here that kind of runs down behind the back corner. So I'm hoping she'll go down the back corner and go that way. Let's put this up here. Alright. I'm going to try to pull this out. And the only problem with this cover is you got to slide it in and it gets hung up on this. Oh, there's probably going to be the best shot we're going to get of her. With the dogs barking in the background. There we go, get the light in there. Turn a little bit sideways. Now these guys the females do lose some of those bizarre, those psychedelic like colors when they get older, but they're still stunning, very metallic looking. You can see some of the blues and the purples. Gorgeous spider. Now again, I got this one as a sling. It was about 3/4 of an inch or so. I originally had her in a vial. Once she hit about 2 inches or so, 1.5 inches, I moved her into that cylinder over there. She's been in there for about, I don't know, 6 to 8 months maybe, and she's outgrown that. Again, this one here I'm hoping is female because supposedly the female's mature, rather small, and she's already about 4 inches or so. But if somebody chimes in that has more knowledge about these guys, again, this is my first one. I'm going to open this one more time so Billy can get a look in, but they do prefer moist substrate. I did keep them moist. Again, expect the turrets, although my buddy Brad was telling me, Brad's the guy who runs Midwest Fang Gang, that he just rehoused his female and she didn't build a turret and hadn't done a lot of burrowing yet. So we'll see how that goes with this one. But once again, I'm silent because I'm staring at the screen because I don't really get to see them very much. So what we'll do is allow her to settle in here, and then hopefully she'll do a burrow right down the side. I'm hoping for some of that turret activity. I'm hoping she doesn't turret around the plant because that will probably spell doom for the plant, but whatever. The goal is to keep the spider happy and make sure the spider's well situated, so we'll play it by ear. But there we go, H. divamatha, or the it's some weird long name, polychromatic earth tiger, or awesome species, great eaters, grow pretty well. I found that, I did, and full disclosure, I had two others that Billy got me for Christmas a couple of years back that ended up going into the substrate that basically had something in it like insecticide or some type of fertilizer, and ended up killing off a bunch of my spiders. And these two were ones that I had rehoused into that substrate. It was right around November of that year, and they fattened up, they ate great, and then it came time to molt, and both of them died. So this one I did not put obviously on that. It was Agway topsoil that I was using that was contaminated. Have kept it away from them. She was on cocoa fiber beforehand, cocoa fiber mixed with vermiculite, then cocoa fiber and vermiculite again, and now we have the BioDude substrate in here. Here she is, looking great. So we'll do an update on her once she starts burrowing. Last time I rehoused her, she started the burrowing and turreting very quickly, so hopefully she does it this time as well. Okay, quick update on the H. divamatha. This is a week or so later, and she has gone ahead, and I say she, hopefully, and done some burrowing. There is her burrow right in there. I'm not going to put my finger in too close. And if you look down around the back and the side, that right there is where the burrow goes to. So she dug all the way down to the bottom. I was hoping maybe to catch her feeding. Actually, if you look closely, you can kind of see her abdomen in there. So she's hiding all the way down in the bottom of the burrow. I did drop a cricket in because this is one of my favorite ones to watch hunt. They are so fast. She will bolt out of that tunnel right there and grab that cricket and go right back to the tunnel in a blink of an eye. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like she's going to come up for this one. She seems to be very photosensitive, and I don't blame her. So we won't catch her feeding, but just wanted to do an update. So far, so good. She has settled in. Did not get the turreting behavior I was hoping for. Not that it really matters either way, but just I do kind of think the turrets are cool, and I did leave space for it. But we'll see how she goes moving ahead. So there we go. H. Diva Matha settled in nicely. Plant is still alive. Granted, it's only been a week. We'll give it time. And doing well in her new enclosure. All right, so that went really well, although, again, I did cut it. Normally, I don't cut the videos, but sometimes it's just a little bit too much to ask for the audience to sit there for literally 6.5 minutes, I believe it was, of me just digging, dumping dirt out, digging. I'm not about going for entertainment value, but I also don't want to bore people to sleep, so we kind of went through it. So just know that everything in the middle that cut out was me loosening up the soil, dumping out the loose soil, loosening up the soil, dumping over and over and over again. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Now onto the t-shirt thing. A little while ago, I posted some stuff up because I've had a lot of people asking about the t-shirts, and to be completely honest, it kind of makes me a little uncomfortable, only because I can't imagine people actually wanting to wear stuff with my logo on it. I know it's just this personal hang-up I have. However, people have been asking for a while, and after one guy came forward and said he was going to make his own if I didn't, which was kind of funny, I decided I would put some together. So what I'm doing is, for those of you who hadn't seen the posts I did up on my community center, I'm going to put some t-shirts together, but they're not all just going to be the logos. Now, I do have the logo design. I did get one made up, which is right here, which I did not wear because I feel a little weird doing it. Hopefully that comes in, but they did come out nice. I wanted to test the quality of it, so I'll be doing my traditional orange logo, my O. Philippinus logo, and then my Phormictopus species Dominican violet logo, which was the purple one, because I made the colors to match pictures of them. Anyway, so for people who actually want to support my channel, like it enough, they want to wear something with my big old logo on their chest, thank you so much. We will be making those. However, I am going ahead. I do have a background in art, and I'm making up some of the more popular species that people keep that make a nice t-shirt. So I did put up some designs for those. So far, I have P. murinus done, M. balfouri, the GBB, and I did P. metallica. Funny thing about P. metallica is I loaded it up on the site, made some stuff with it, tried to see what it would look like on the t-shirts, got a notice saying that I had infringed on someone's copyright. So at first I thought it was because they thought I stole the image, which was ridiculous because I had just drawn it. However, it was because the band Metallica has copyrighted its name, so anything with the word Metallica in it is not allowed. So I have to get around that one. But anyway, I'm trying a couple different styles with these. The problem is I'm not going to please everyone, and I know a couple people, some people really love the designs I put up there. Some people wanted something a little different, and everybody was coming up with what they wanted to see. I get it. I'm going to try to put as many different things up there to appeal to as many people as possible, but I'm probably not going to, satisfy everybody. I was kind of looking at what was out there and what I would enjoy wearing, because I'm going to be wearing a lot of these things. It's more kind of my selfish way of making things for me, but I'm going to open them up and allow people to pick them up if they want. So we'll see going ahead, but look to, by the end of the summer, I should have the store up and running, and people should be able to pick them up. And then, because it's going to be basically print on demand, I'm not going to have a bunch printed out right yet, at least with these. I might do some with other ones, have them professionally silkscreen. But for these, I can play around a little bit. So if a bunch of people say, hey, we'd really like to see this species, maybe then I can go ahead and make a t-shirt just for that. But we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm having fun drawing again and doing the design of them, and hopefully there'll be something out there for everybody, even people that don't want to have the Tom's Big Spiders logo on them. So that'll do it for this one. As always, if you like the video enough that you'd like to subscribe, you can click up there. I'll put a couple more videos in here. There'll be nothing up there. That'll do it for this time. I'll catch you guys all in the next video.